But buddy Chris, he's got a grain truck I think messed up on the interstate, so we're gonna go hit. He called me real quick. We're gonna go get him. He says his alternator's spiked and it's overcharging his truck. So I don't know what's going on there. Loaded too. Let me get to where. I hope it's a quick fix. If not, I'm gonna need to pull him in. He had me unhooked the alternator. I didn't get him on here. I'm trying to get him out of here. He's gonna run down the road a little piece without alternator and then pull off, and he's got a guy down the road gonna put an alternator on for him. So good luck, Chris. Okay, howdy.
What I'm doing in here is I'm actually working on the Ultimizer, and what that does, that's our chop saw down there in the pallet room, and it's a high-tech unit, well, for us, and there's a bunch of it's neglected here lately. That saw is cycling slower than molasses. I end up having to oh bless America, speed that thing up a little bit. That son of a buck, look how slow it's cycling. But we sped it up. I've done a bunch of stuff. I've moved a bunch of some bucking photocells around, and put a new deck belt on it and some rollers on it, and did some work to the overhead and the blow off. There's blow offs that cleans around these photocells in this thing, and there's malfunction. That's a scanner down there, that light down there you're seeing, and it scans the width. And then down under here, this is our feeder station. This is what feeds the saw coming from the chains. And that photocell there, I was just working on there before I shot the vidges, so I just kind of is on my mind. It runs that clutch over there I'm pointing at. That motor stays turning, and that clutch kicks in and out to that gearbox when it wants the chain to stop. So the motor ain't starting and stopping all the time. You know, you're just kicking your clutch in and out. And that photocell up there I'm pointing at, see how it's red right now? It'll turn green here in a sec. See it turn green? Now it's running. Then it there turned red again. She stopped. But and there's like 2 more photocells in there to control, you know, roll pinching and stuff like that to that nature. And here's on the outfeed side of it. And what that's in the short pieces you're seeing is the scrap. It cuts the scrap up in short. Now that was actually a board. It was just a. She had the 30s turned on, but that's scrap right there you're seeing. And that's a short one. And a short one. But that messed up. That saw cycled. No, it didn't. It cut the end off her. No, it's just doing good. And there's Poncho. Poncho's a pretty cool dude. These guys down here in pallet stock now, they're pretty daggone slick. I like hanging out with them. They keep a good attitude going, and that's good for team building. Guys like this build your team. With a good attitude. You get a nasty, crabby old attitude, and you're just going to bring everybody around you down. But these boys, they cut up and have a ball all day long. And they've been here forever. I don't know how. Poncho's been here for years, and Tim has too. I'm going to show Tim here in a little bit. He's at marketing. Basically, what the Ultimizer and these wood misers play a pretty big role in the room. Now, what he's doing by smacking them boards is he's seeing when the bow's up or down, the way he wants it fed in the saw. He's real particular, Poncho is. And there's a miscut one he gave to me, and I'm going to throw back in the stack here. We're going to throw that back on the table here when we get time directly. That trash can there's for the blow-offs. It blows off little chunks when it starts and stops the board. I was pointing at what I'm showing right here is them incandescent markers. That's what Tim's marking, and what that does is that marks the defects. And there's a defect scan. There's a marker scanner. It's going to read the crayon there in a minute. When one goes through, you'll see here in a minute. But that's how that chop saw knows when there's a defect. Is the way the marks are. See one right there? That was when that light flashed. Let's see if it shows another in here in a second. See that? It showed another. But that's telling the saw, hey, there's a defect there, you know, and it'll actually figure out its own cutting, you know, size. Now on the far end down there, this is a hog trough. On the far end, you see the top pieces coming off. Halfway up, you see Poncho's chops coming off, and then closest to me, you're seeing the edging strips falling off. So all of them, there's edging strips. So you got length, width, and height. It's got all of the dimensions of your boards, you know, to make your small pieces for your pallets out of, you know, big lumber. And these flitches we're running get out close to the wane on the logs, and they can you see some pretty bold looking stuff because you're getting out close to the outside. Now once you chop at the length, it don't show up, but in the long board it does. And there's a feller butcher notch. Ain't that cool? This is kind of cool in there. That black roller spinning down there, that's what feeds it over. So Tim ain't killing himself trying to pull him up there. And he's turning it on and off, feeding that chain deck, because this guy's got plenty of weight on it. He's not trying to force feed it. You get too much weight on there and it don't feed good. And the overhead, the ball screw and overhead's actually stripped out on one end. I actually got to work on that. We got to get them parts ordered and come in. I've just been daggone busy. Trying to get, you know, trying to do some making things better around there and all that good mess. Trying to help everybody out. Everybody needs a little bit of help around there. Helps keep morale up and keeps, and there's a screw I'd tightened that was loose. It keeps morale up and keeps things going, you know. You just try to kind of help everybody out. And that's a pretty complex machine. I mean, it's simple, but it's simple yet it's complex. All right, I'll shut up. We're fun mommy over here.
Checking out a Redo. Oh, I like that end too, mommy. What are you looking at?
Not much. I look at it much.
Look at it.
Just look at it.
What?
I need 1,500 feet. What do you think of me?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to. I'm not good at that. She makes a load, see? She's got to figure it out. So what's the matter?
So, okay, so that's 12. It's almost full. It's like 800.
So cute. You're so
700.
cute.
Ah!
Oh,
What? Straighten out. We're professionals here.
how much you like it? So you don't think you have enough?
I want to show
She
you
wants
what.
to push out and then start on something else. You all see that Ultimas are eating now. Hey! I got this
It
fixed.
feels a little wobbly. I don't know. Right here, it feels weak.
It'll be gone before too long anyways.
Okay.
Maybe next spring. There's the hole about killed old boy over there. It got fixed. He's like old Duncan. He starts stumbling. He's going to go down a while. Kitty's up there. She's inspecting. Kitty!
She needs a hard hat.
Kitty needs a hard hat.
Yes. She can be our.
She just wants to know where you're at, don't she? As long as she knows where Ann's at, she's okay. She'll go lay down. But she got to figure out where Ann's at all times.
My friend. My only friend.
So what's this for? 4x4s?
Yes.
Can we make 4x4s out of anything but pine? I guess it's always going to be fine. Because when you use it for cribbing in the shop, you tear shit up. Or you bust through it all.
It's the cheapest product you have.
Yep. Good point. Because you give it all away.
Yeah, I keep it.
Yeah.
Don't bring it
Every
back.
time you deliver lumber, you give it away
I
anyway.
have a light lights on heaters.
You what?
Heaters, the lights are on. The
Oh.
heaters on the
Oh no. Well, sure it's warm in here. I'll just hang out here. Hope your channel don't outpass mine, because the royalty checks start flowing the other direction. Okay. Well, you got these rims done. He thinks he's doing a good job. But it's flaking down the bottom. Look at that. Flaking. Stevie's paint's still flaking off.
Because the paint ain't dry.
Looks dry to me. Dry as a bone in there, Steve. You got dust. You can't paint over dust.
Yeah, that's what gets you that powder coat.
Powder coat, because it's actual powder. It's actual powder in there. Oh, now hang on. Here's Stevie's idea. I told him not to do this, but he's going to do it anyways. So it's like the green Johnny Poppers. What's going on? So he took safety yellow, and he's going to mix it with.
Vince, you won't buy a tiger cat. We're going to have half cat.
You're going to have half a cat. A safety cat. So because you got safety there and cat up here, Steve, it'd be safety cat. And then he's got like every different brand under the sun to throw together. No, we got Krylon. You got 2 Krylons.
We got the PCC back there.
Yeah, some PCC.
Perry County Pretty Boy Hardener Reducer.
Premium. That's Premium Champion.
Perry County
Premium
Champion.
Champion.
Perry County
Coatings.
Champion.
Premium Champ Coatings.
Perry County Champion.
Stevie, you are super safe. You got them safety glasses on, that safety face screen on.
Yeah. Because somebody about killed me while I got all the wire brush. They got the vibrating and shaking and flying apart. Where's my guard at?
See? Well, you got it all over your face. We got the tone thing made for Mom's Grapple. Big Mama's getting we're gonna make Mama's Grapple West Coast style on the knuckle bone. Gonna make it West Coast. Now I'm gonna finish cleaning out this gun. Do what?
They don't vibrate at all.
No kidding, Stevie, it's balanced. I balanced it on that tire changer back earlier.
Well, appreciate it. You're the best.
Yeah, Stevie. Oh, I am, Stevie. Where's my dinner bucket? All right, here. Just to pass the time, I'll stick this up here while I clean out that gun. While Stevie does his little rimmy poo. This thing was packed full. You see that? It was packed totally full. You always got to make sure these 2 seat. You can see me instead of Stevie. If I don't seat right there, that submission gun will sit there and slobber on you. Look outside there. Can you see in there? Look in there. Look at all that junk built up in there. That's how the last guy left the gun. Steve, was you the last guy to use this gun?
Huh?
Was you the last guy to use this gun? Look in there.
No, I bought a 270.
I'll ask Nelly Stout about that. Nelly Stevie says he wished you'd call him back.
She's done.
Well, that's good, because I think you got your gun fixed.
You know what Gold Rush is?
No, never seen it.
It's a TV show on Discovery Channel.
Okay.
Comes on Friday nights.
Okay. They actually find any gold, or do they just rush around?
Well, I think these rims are made out of gold.
Are they?
Yeah.
We get in there, you gonna pan around?
Look there.
See.
Well, paying that.
Yeah. All right, it's about 7 o'clock. It's time to call her a day. I've been drawing. I come back after helping everybody do their things today. Got their steel for Stevie's little cart. And here's what we're working on next. It's a lumber roller bunk. then yes, it looks like I'm wasting money on, but you don't know our situation, what we're going through right now. But this is what we're going to try to do. Not going to get into detail. But there's how a lumber pack ends up when it's all said and done outside the building. This here's a, for those of you who wants to snoop through the video and pause it and look and stuff and go on. This is a hook that's mounted to a gate, just like a triaxle dump gate. This here is a little airbag, like on the back of an air ride cab. This is in the wrong spot, but this is a shock that's like off the back of an air ride cab to keep the door from slamming shut. It's fed off air, and there's a momentary switch gonna be at the end here, and you just punch a switch, and of course I have to figure out how to route my air there. And I'm gonna use these railings for air reservoirs, so there's always, if we gotta dump a bunch of them at once, there's plenty of air. But there's how the mechanism works. And these slide into pockets like a log trailer, and you just move it up for your 16s, 14s, 12s, 10s, and 8s, depending on what pocket. You get too far away from the base here, you can put a drop-in stake there to hold your bundle, you know. But that's it, and it's about an inch and 1.5 to 2 degree slope. So you punch a button and the bundles roll out by themselves. That's the idea. And there's going to be a lot of them. There's going to be, oh, you take about $3,000 a piece to build them. I think there's like 20 carts. So it'll be expensive over time, but I'd say it'd take us 2 or 3 years to finish building them all. But that's going to be Stevie's little project after we build our first one. Oh, he can work on this. But those of you who want to obsess over this, here's little rollers and shafts. You can see how they inlay in there. There's the front view. You can just imagine stacking your lumber in there. When you get done, the lumber pushes the gate open and out she goes. All right, later guys.